Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Another Sunday. We got another week to emotionally unpack. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I do not have the voice today. I feel like my voice is like super scratchy today. So please do not mind me. This is from me turning up yesterday and having to be loud. I was one of those people yesterday. So don't mind me. I told myself, I was like, man, like nobody, I was like, people gonna like think that I sound funny, even with me doing this podcast today. But I'm like, it's cool. It's all right. We gonna keep it pushing. So today's topic, I wanted to talk about women's beauty and, what we really think beauty is in this society. So I remember growing up, of course, I'm a black girl growing up. Of course, thinking about like my hair texture and when you get around other people, even black girls like me, because I grew up when I went to school, like kindergarten up until I want to say like sixth grade. I went to a predominantly black school. So, then I'm like, okay, with my hair. And I just remember I used to just see a lot of different people with like different textures of hair, like different hairstyles. And I used to just think like, man, like I want to have, my hair like that in those, different styles that they had, like whether it was like straight or like curly and stuff like that. And I remember then is when I realized a lot of people had, you know, different types of hair, especially, as a black girl. But yeah, like even just now, it's just amazing to me how we see beauty as in the hair, definitely in the hair, and how even black women, or just me, like I said, me being a little girl, I used to think like, okay, if my hair is straight, that means that it's gonna look good, like my hair is gonna look good, not knowing when we're perming and doing all this stuff to our hair that it's actually it's like these chemicals that we're putting on our hair is actually making our hair bad. So I just remember mostly me growing up, I used to always get perms. So I'm like, I think uh, I stopped getting a perm. Let me see, my daughter is 10, so I want to say maybe like a couple years before that. So maybe like 13 years ago, 12 years ago was when I like stopped doing anything, mostly like perms or anything like that in my hair. Um, yeah, I want to say maybe like been like 13 years because I remember it was at one time I did like a shorter cut. Remember everybody used to have the short hair on one side and then the long hair on the other. Yeah, that was me. I went through that phase. But I used to tell myself I thought straight hair was beautiful. And that's what's put in our faces too when we're looking at these, even from like I said, being younger, growing up watching these TV shows, and I remember playing with my Barbie dolls and I'm like, man, like how come every time I'm getting a Barbie doll, they got like straight hair, there's no curliness. So in my mind, as a girl, I'm thinking that that's beauty. That's what's gonna make me more beautiful is if I have my hair straight. So I remember going through the phase of me having my natural hair. So now I'm transitioning, going into this natural hair. phase, and it's crazy because I feel like around that time when I did decide to go natural, um, I think a lot of people started doing that. So that was like I feel like I feel like a lot of people started going like black women started going natural, more natural. I say maybe like about 15 years ago, around that mark. But I remember going through that transition and I'm just like, do I really want to do this? Like, is my hair gonna be looking, looking nice? Like, I'm just kind of like, kind of like, I was just nervous, I remember. And then having to go in the fro stage, me having the fro, and I'm like, okay, what was I thinking when I was planning on doing this? Like, that's when I started learning about really trying to manage my natural hair and learning my texture of hair. Because baby, I cannot do hair. I cannot do any type of hair. And I remember me having my daughter. Mind you, I'm young at the time. She's probably only like one. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't know how to braid hair. I don't know how to do nothing. But this hair texture just even with her. But I kept telling myself like I wasn't gonna do the same thing that my parents did to me, making me get a perm. I wanted her to to know that she's beautiful with the way that her hair is. But I just remember, like I said, going through that fro phase, trying to figure out what to really do to my hair. What am I doing? And I remember just learning about it and seeing women online that had natural hair. And even still, I would still see a lot of different videos of women that still had different textures of like natural hair. And I used to just be upset sometimes. I'm like, man, like why my hair is not like this and why my hair is like not like that. And I think we start off at a young age wanting to look like something that we're not, looking like something that we're not, and not really accepting who we are as women, just accepting who we are. And I'm saying that as far as like with the hair because I feel like that's something we really care about. Come on now, like I know some people that feel like and when they get their hair done, it's a wrap. Like I know I'm good. I know I look good. You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength of, having your hair done and just wanting to feel good, about yourself and getting your hair done, of course, boosts your self-esteem. So I know, a lot of different styles can just do that for women when it just comes to that. But like I said, I remember going through that stage and some things is just not looking right on me, like just steady judging myself, like I'm not really feeling this. I don't like, or sometimes I'm like, I don't like how my hair is sitting or, just doing different things. But like I said, but like I said, I say that is because we as women for beauty, it starts off for us sometimes with the hair. We want our hair to look nice. We want it to look beautiful. We'll do what we can to make sure the hair is on point. And like I say, we look at TV. You just look at online, and like I say, just for society now, like I'll go online and I'll see like a lot of different women trying to get that super duper straight hair or those big bundles so you can have hair all the way down to your butt or whatever. And like I said, I can't say nothing because I was the same way. I wanted it when I was younger. I thought that's what beauty was. That was going to make me more beautiful. So I remember this one time. Uh, well, I did get weave. I used to wear like the half wigs and like stuff like that. I remember I actually got like the glue in weave. I don't know what you call it. I remember I got that in eighth grade, but I remember I got my first sew in my senior year. I thought I was the hottest shit smoking. hot as shit smoking. So I'm just like, what? Like down my back. I'm like, cool. Thought I was hot shit. But I remember I wanted long hair. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, see what it felt like. And like I said, that's something that we wanted. I think that's something that Black women just wanted. I just don't know why that was just something that was just so important to us to have that long hair and to have it flowing, down our back. And like I said, of course, it's because it's something we've been seeing in society, whether it's TV, whether it's music videos, and this is something that sticks to us. And I feel like it sticks to us generation. And it's like, why are we not just comfortable with the way our hair is? Why not? I don't get it. I remember being younger too, being teased because my hair was shorter, not knowing that the perms were really damaging my hair when I was younger. I don't think my mom was really thinking about it either, but you know, as a I'm thinking back as my mom being a parent and raising four girls, she got to be able to have hair managed so she can be able to go to work. That's a lot. Like I said, thinking back with just four girls, but I remember getting teased about my hair being short. Being teased, that was elementary school, being teased about my hair being short. And I remember I used to just not want to go to school. And I'm like, man, just, just how people just view that as just because you have short hair, that doesn't mean you look, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you look beautiful. So sometimes when you're around other people and they give off that, you know what I'm saying, that energy, sometimes it can really hurt us as little girls at the time, growing into women, like, man, like maybe I do need to have my hair longer to be viewed as popular or being viewed as, more beautiful. So I remember dealing with that growing up, going sometimes without going to school. But like I said, I just remember the first time I really experienced having long hair, the flowy weave or whatever the case may be, was senior year, my senior year of high school. I did do like the little crochets. I think I did do that before, but not the real, like the bundles down to my butt. I just remember I was flowing. I thought I was hot shit first sew in. And I tell you, that was my first time and my last time. My first time and last time getting a sew in. And like I said, growing up, this whole time I'm thinking like, this is what I want. I want long hair. This is gonna make me more beautiful. This is it. This is what's in. I didn't like it. I did not like it. Like I didn't like the feeling of the hair being down my back. Like I used to be sweating, and I was like, how are people doing this? I'm like, how are girls doing this? I'm like, this is what they really think is hot, and what's considered showing them more beautiful is to have longer hair. I was just like, uh. I was like, I cannot do this no more. I remember I was so happy to take that sew-in down, and I never, after that, never, even when I did go through the transition of like doing like the half wigs and stuff like that, I could not get with the long hair. I couldn't get with it. Even with me seeing my sisters, they used to do it all the time. They used to get the bundles, the long bundles, and they like, yeah, I like when my hair is long. I feel like I look more beautiful with my hair longer than shorter, and this is what I'm saying, all these different views of what women feel like beauty is when it comes to their hair. And even just with locks, like I have had my locks, it's been, I think today or yesterday it became 7 years. So Yeah, it's been 7 years I've had locks, 7 years. And honestly, I cannot see myself going back to my regular natural hair. I feel like over the years I've embraced having locks, me learning, just learning about it. And I do feel like I look beautiful with my locks. Um, I went through the phase of, what I'm saying, different colors and stuff like that. And um, I do feel like I've spoken about this before. I went through different transitions of my locks being different colors. And I remember every time I was changing my hair, I was going through something different in my life. And I'm like, if this is going to make me feel better, look more beautiful than what I was feeling. So I do feel like us as women, we do go through transitions of that with our hair as well. That's going to make us feel more, you know, beautiful. But I feel like with this topic, it can be these can be discussions that can be talked about a lot of different things, whether it's hair and whether it's makeup and stuff as well. And it's crazy too because I even remember being back in high school, and I used to see some girls like wearing makeup, and I'm just like, damn, like this young wearing makeup, like it was crazy to me because that was not something that I was used to seeing, especially if someone that's a kid, you know, middle school. I think it was someone in middle school too, middle school into high school wearing makeup. And like I said, once again, of course, there's nothing wrong with that. We're girls, we've been playing in makeup since we were younger. But why is it though we think once again that that's something that's gonna make us even more beautiful with the makeup, with the hair, and everything else? And I do remember, or when I talk to guys, when I've spoken to guys, you know how like we get dressed up. We get our hair done. We wear our, I don't really more so wear makeup. I wear makeup for like special occasions, but I do my eyebrows. I do like my lashes, or I put like a little eyeliner because I think as though that's going to make me feel more beautiful. Every time, every time, like I've spoken to a guy, they like, you don't even need all that. You look beautiful the way you are. You look beautiful the way you are. And I feel like that's with women nowadays. I don't think some women really feel beautiful without all that. Without the hair being done, without, having your eyebrows done and stuff like that. I feel like for me, I know I'm beautiful. I know I am. I do feel like when I get my hair done, just me having my eyebrows done just a tad bit just makes me feel more beautiful. And I feel like it brings out my beauty even more. And that's what I feel like us as women or even girls need to understand that regardless if you have these things, whether you're getting the braids, you're getting your makeup done, um, all of that, that you're still beautiful. And I tell my kids this all the time, like even when I'm talking to them, they be wanting their hair a certain way. And I know sometimes they want it a certain way is because of what they see, how they see their friends, and they want to, be like them. Like I remember my youngest daughter, I told myself I was not going to straighten her hair. I did not want her hair to get straightened for a long time. And mind you, she's 9 now. I did not want it. I did not want her hair to be straight at all. And if I did, the only way I wanted it to be straight is if she needed to get like, a trim done or, something like that. But it was like a couple years ago. She like finally approached me. She was like, "Mom, I really want to get my hair straightened." And like I said, I was really against it because I'm telling her, which I've been pushing for both of my girls since they were little, constantly telling them that you're beautiful no matter what. The way your hair is, your natural hair is beautiful. And I want that to be instilled in them no matter what, that they're going to be beautiful, whether they have the straight hair, the natural hair with some pigtails, you're still going to look beautiful, still gonna be beautiful. But I did give in to my youngest actually wanting her hair to be straight, but I don't do it all the time because I want her to be okay with her natural hair. It's the same as well as with my oldest daughter. She's 14, of course, teenage years. I remember the same thing. I remember I wanted to start getting the weave and the braids and everything else because once again, that was something that I was seeing. So I'm like, man, I want to get that, you know, I went through that phase, but I'm trying to think back, even in high school, I don't think I really wore my natural hair like that. I went out, did what's those, the drawstring ponytails. Oh Lord. Went through the drawstring ponytail phase. I think I did end up wearing my natural hair out, but once again, it was a perm. So when you could really say it's not really natural. But I just remember just always constantly wanting something different because I thought that that was going to make me feel more better, feel more beautiful. But with my oldest, I definitely want her, like I said, my youngest too, I let them know that you're beautiful no matter what. We do these different changes to your hair. So even for my daughter, I just twisted her hair up. I do that from time to time. Like I'll twist it. And I felt her energy when she looked in the mirror at herself. Like I could tell like she was like just feeling some type of way. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, you don't like your hair, do you? She's like, can I just add some weave to it? Can I do this? And can I do that? I'm like, no, your hair is good the way it is. And I'm like, and I'm gonna untwist it. You're gonna have this beautiful twist out. She's no, I don't want that. That's not gonna look good. And I'm like, I tell her every time, you're beautiful. You are beautiful with your natural hair. You do not have to wear that stuff all the time. And I think the reason why, like I said, once again, is with society, especially with these kids, is like when thinking back at that age, when we see beauty, we're always constantly thinking that our hair and our whatever, the lashes, the all that stuff. We think that's what's going to make us more beautiful, but us as women, we need to feel comfortable in our own skin. We don't need all of that. We do not need all that. Like even just like with me and my locks, I can have a good retwist. I'm like, okay, cool. Everybody be like, why don't you want to do a style? Why don't you want to do this? Why don't you want to do that? Why did you cut your hair? Because this is what I see myself being beautiful, with my hair being shorter, just a nice retwist. That's all I need. I don't need all that, what I'm saying, all that extra stuff to know that I'm beautiful. I don't need to have a ton of makeup on all the time to know that I'm beautiful. I don't need to know, I don't need to wear lashes all the time to know that I'm beautiful. And I remember I went through this phase too the last couple of years of getting more into lashes. And now I'm trying to get back out of that habit of even doing that because once again, you see that as being more beautiful, adding more, you know, a little bit more to your facial features when you put the lashes on. But now I'm just thinking to myself of how I've even impacted my daughter the last year or so too doing it because she's been wanting to get into it. But once again, like I said, it's nothing wrong with it, but we need to understand there's nothing wrong with taking a break from all that stuff and just embracing our natural beauty the way it is. So I can go on and on talking about this topic because, like I said, just for us, like I said, I'm just not gonna say black women because I do feel as though being younger, that's something that we've had to deal with from being younger until adult age. But women just need to know that we're beautiful no matter what. We don't need all the big, fancy, long hair to know that we're beautiful. We don't need to constantly be wearing makeup to know that we're beautiful, lashes, all that stuff. We just need to be able to look in the mirror and know that we're beautiful, no matter what weight, height, size, just being able to embrace our natural beauty. So, like I said, this can be a topic that I can go on and on about, but I'm gonna end it here. um, I hope y'all enjoyed Emotionally Unpacked. And thank y'all for continuously supporting me and tuning in every single week. I'm gonna be back at it next Sunday, same time. If y'all wanna have me discuss any topics or emotionally unpack, let me know. That phew, I always tell y'all every time I do these episodes, it's just another layer of a topic or an emotion that I've been thinking about and I wanted to unpack with you guys during the episode. Hopefully my voice don't sound that hopefully my voice don't sound that bad. I've been thinking that this whole time, but y'all enjoy the rest of your day, being able to jumpstart your week with me.